Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. Whether you're brand new to the channel or whether you're returning once again, thank you so much for your support. And today we're going to be showing off my entire physical media collection, but only the Steelbooks, and the rest of the physical media you guys can kind of see behind me of all these emptiness in the shelves. So we're going to have probably a longer video, so just before we get into today's video, I would just want to give a quick thank you to all my awesome Patreons who really help to support the channel. If you're interested in joining Patreon yourself, the link is down below in the description box. You can also shop and buy some merch, and I would love to see you over on my Patreon, where you can access to movie reviews, adventure days, vlogs, and Patreon watch parties, and so much more content. So thank you so much for listening, really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the collection, because yeah, this pretty much takes up a bulk of my collection. So these are kind of in a little bit of an order, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for it and show you guys what I've got. So first one is Zombieland on Blu-ray. So yeah, recently picked this one up not too long ago, really enjoy that movie, and it's just great to have it on Steelbook. Next up is You're Next, which is kind of out of print as well, and this one actually goes for a little bit of money compared to what I paid for it. I got this for an absolute bargain at CEX. This is second-hand at CEX, so was Zombieland as well. You're Next, great horror that's actually not really talked about that often. Got Zack Snyder's Watchmen also on Blu-ray. Yet to see this movie, but I saw this on Blu-ray for like about £4 or so, so to be honest, bit of a bargain for that one, and I can't wait to check it out. I've heard good and bad things around it, but heck, I'm still intrigued. Next up is a Disney Pixar one, Turning Red on Steelbook. Got this brand new sale for £9.99 at Zavvi. So yeah, I've heard kind of mixed things about this one as well, but I love Disney Pixar, so to have this one in the collection on a Steelbook on Blu-ray, you know, I couldn't say no really. Next up is my favourite animation movie of all time, and that is the original Toy Story on the Mondo Steelbook version. I think I maybe paid about £10 or £12 for this. It's second hand, but this is a steal. I absolutely love and adore the artwork on this, and yeah, my favourite animation movie of all time. Had to have it in the collection. Next up is one that I picked up recently for £10 second hand at CEX, and that is Blu-ray kind of Steelbook Zavvi edition, I believe, of The Thing, which I absolutely love this artwork. It is so graphic and just so darn cool. I saw it and I was like, I have to own this on Steelbook. So that is The Thing, and I might not show you guys the front and back of every single one of them, but hey, we're still going to get into it. Next up is a HMV exclusive, which is like a Japanese artwork of The Hardware, a Michael J. Fox and James Woods movie. If you've never seen this one, kind of buddy cop action one, really, really good movie, and a one that doesn't get talked about hardly ever. But seeing that, so does a lot of Michael J. Fox's filmography, which you guys are missing out on a lot, by the way. Go check out the filmography playlist on my channel. I've covered a lot of his movies. And next up is another one that I got on limited edition, which was The Frighteners, which is Blu-ray Steelbook, and I absolutely love this one. One of my favourite Steelbooks. Love that it's a different way around of the artwork compared to like kind of traditional art, and this is just a great fun movie that I do know is getting a 4K release, and I know kind of another country, I think it was Germany, I might be wrong, they got like a limited edition, but definitely want to pick that up at some point. Next up is a movie, Sweeney Todd, The Demon of Barber Fleet Street. I've seen this movie twice. I remember first time around didn't like it, second time I think I liked it a little bit better. It's been a long time since I've seen it, so definitely want to check this out, but got this for £1.50 used in CEX, so for £1.50 Steelbook, you can't go wrong really. Really happy to have that out in the collection. And next up is Star Wars Rebels Season 2, which is an animated show that I am yet to get into. Definitely want to check out the Clone Wars first, then get into this, but I've got Steelbook of Season 2, where again, some of these go for like ridiculous price, but I managed to pick them up pretty cheap, so to have them also in the collection, really happy with that. And to go with Season 2, of course, I've got Season 1, which I love these artworks. Some of them come with kind of like slips like on them, or kind of like the J cards and stuff, but they don't fit in these kind of Blu-ray protector holders, so I've had to take them out and actually hidden behind there. You guys probably can't see that on camera, But yeah, so that is Star Wars Rebels Season 1 and 2. Next up is another Mondo Steelbook of Sleeping Beauty, which again, I really like this artwork. Never seen this movie as of yet, but I think I saw this for £12 used. But these Mondo Steelbooks are quite rare. I saw it and I was like, you don't usually see these kind of in the wild often used and cheap. So I thought, look, I'm going to pick this up while I've got it. If I don't like it, I can always kind of give it away as part of maybe Patreon giveaway. So yeah, Sleeping Beauty, really glad to have that in the collection. Can't wait to check that one out. Next up is one of my favourite Christopher Nolan movies besides the Dark Knight trilogy, which is Inception on Blu-ray. I really like this Blu-ray, very simplistic looking, and especially on the back, there's not really like too much to it in terms of the art, but I still love it. Love this movie. Really great cast and just, yeah, blown away by it. The next one is a horror movie that is actually out of print on Blu-ray, and that is the 2013 Evil Dead. Now, I haven't seen all the original Evil Deads with, of course, Bruce Campbell. I've seen the first one, that's about it. I saw this one, and then Evil Dead Rise, the new one. This is personally my favourite Evil Dead. I think it gets a lot of a bad rap a lot of the time, and I don't really personally see why that is. But this is an out-of-print Blu-ray, quite hard to get hold of, but I got this for £10 used in CEX, so always worth checking your local CEX if you're in the UK. Ask behind the counter for the steelbooks they've got and check them out. That's what I did, and I picked this one up, and I don't regret. Absolutely love the artwork on that, and probably one of my favourite horrors. Next up is a movie I got recently for £12 used at CEX. It's a movie I haven't seen for a long while, but I remember enjoying it at the time, and that is Ashton Kutcher in The Butterfly Effect. So yeah, some of these kind of protector covers are a little bit different, guys, if you haven't noticed already. I usually just get them off eBay because all my steelbooks kind of stay on the shelf behind me, but I don't want them to get damaged or anything like that. I'd rather not them get damaged, so I'd rather just get these protectors, and you usually get about 10 of them for like £7 on eBay, which actually isn't too bad. But yeah, Butterfly Effect, haven't seen this movie in years. I know there's like alternate endings to it, so definitely excited to check this one out when I get around to it. And then the last of the Blu-ray steelbooks for now is Tom Hanks in Big, which has been a little while since I've checked out this movie. I got this, I think it was like £6, so it's not too bad. To be honest, not huge on the artwork. It's kind of bland, if I'm going to be quite honest with you, but definitely explains why. There's definitely a big key scene here in Big where this piano does happen. But yes, that is Tom Hanks in Big. So if you guys are keeping track, you can keep track at the end how many I've got. I actually generally haven't counted how many steelbooks I do have, but that is the first lot. Now on to this next lot I'm about to show you here. These are all 4K steelbooks. So first up is a recent pickup of Star Wars The Last Jedi in the newer trilogy. From what I remember seeing this movie, I actually like this movie. Again, I know that's a hot take. You guys are probably thinking, Mike, what the heck are you talking about right now? Yeah, I actually remember enjoying this movie. I think I liked it mostly for being different. Also, there is one part with the Finn and Rose storyline I don't like, guys. I will be honest with you. But besides that, I remember enjoying it. And yeah, I got this like £7, like used 4K as well. I was like, I'm picking that up. And I really like the artwork actually on this as well. I think it's really cool. So that is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Next up is Titans of Cult or Cult of Titans release. I think it's the only one I actually own, to be honest, of this kind of label, and that is for Space Jam. So I will take that out of the case for you guys. I'm not really a fan of this case. I'm going to be completely transparent. I don't think it's that great, but this is the steelbook here, of course, with that famous kind of like Looney Tunes logo and colouring. The steelbook's alright, but being honest, a bit bland. And the inside's okay, but not the greatest steelbook, but definitely a movie from my childhood. Okay, next up is a movie in the Saw franchise, which is kind of a spin-off, and I actually think is pretty good, and again, gets kind of a bad rap. But if you really think of this one as like more of a simplistic story, like the first couple of outings, then I think this is definitely on par with them. And that is Spiral from the Book of Saw, of course, starring Chris Rock. And I love this steelbook, and just the fact that the cover is also coloured as well, and just really adds to that artwork. Really, really nice steelbook as well. That is Spiral. And then, of course, I've got the original Saw, which also has a very cool steelbook slip as well, of course, with the TV. And yeah, of course, if you haven't seen Saw, I would definitely say this is one of the best horrors probably ever made, to be honest, in my personal opinion. Just so simplistic, really cool movie, cool twist as well, and just not so much like just the gore factor, but just more of a story that is telling a story in the horror genre. So yeah, really love Saw, the first movie. And then we've got a movie I remember seeing in cinema, and I actually personally didn't think this was too bad. I can understand why people maybe didn't like it. I wish it did have a bit more substance to it, but that is Reminiscence, which is a gorgeous Steelbook. And I didn't mind this movie, actually, to be honest with you. Now, I haven't seen it since, so maybe I will hate it, but I really love the Steelbook. Got an offer of £10 brand new at HMV when it was on sale. Yeah, Hugh Jackman and Rebecca Ferguson. What's not to like with those two actors? Next up is a special edition I did an unboxing for on the channel, so you'll be able to find this one as well. And that is Ready Player One, the Japanese artwork. So love this artwork. Of course, love the fact that the DeLorean is smack bang on the front. And just a very cool graphic artwork as well. Really, really like this release from the Warner Brothers 100, I believe it is. Yes, it is. And yeah, a cool film. Can't say that I love it, and I can't say that it's better than the book, because if you guys have read the book is far superior, but I still like the movie nonetheless. Next up is a movie that I saw in the cinema that was a real big surprise at the time, and that is Parasite. And I got this one, which is like the black and white edition as well. Haven't seen the black and white edition as of yet, but love this movie. Rewatched it not too long ago, and found myself just really enjoying it once again. I think I give it 4 out of 5 stars as well. Definitely recommend Parasite if you haven't already seen it. Next up is a Disney Pixar movie that I think gets a lot of hate, and I really don't understand why. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, they could have maybe done this as like kind of like as a better origin story, so to say, but I just think it deserves more love, and that is Lightyear. Yeah, I got this on 4K. I think it was £15 used Steelbooks in like perfect condition. And fun fact is that this was one of the first Steelbooks that I got that had a protector case on it. And that's what started me to get more protector case for all my kind of Steelbooks as well. So that is Lightyear. I enjoyed that movie. Next up is probably one of the best Disney live action remakes, retellings. And that is The Jungle Book. Yeah, really love this one. I believe it's 2016, if I'm not mistaken. 2015, 2016, some point along there. Beautiful Steelbook. Love the artwork in this. And yeah, really, really good movie. Next up, of course, is the movie from 2019. Can't wait for the sequel. And that is Joker on 4K Steelbook. And love the artwork in this. So simplistic. And just love the colours and vibrancy of that as well. That is Joker. Great movie. These are recent pickups that I actually got, and that is the entire 4 movies of Indiana Jones. This is the only one I haven't seen as of yet, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I've heard bad things, and I'm not expecting great things when I do watch it, but still on 4K Steelbook, and it goes nicely with the set as well. So I picked up The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, of course, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. So yeah, all 4 Indiana Joneses on 4K Steelbook. The only gripe I've got with these releases is the fact that they are just absolutely plain discs and they look terrible. Why they didn't include the artwork on them, I do not know, but that's the only gripe that I've got. Next up is Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt in Edge of Tomorrow. I really like this movie. Watched it on a rewatch not too long ago after only seeing it once in the cinema. Still really enjoyed this movie. There was parts where I thought, you know, this could have maybe been a little bit shorter, but besides that, yeah, I still like this movie. I think it's a very cool sci-fi movie that is really cool with kind of the concept of time and rewinding it and kind of reliving the same day, of course, like Live, Die, Repeat, as it's called, I think, in America. Yeah, enjoy this movie. Probably controversially, maybe to a lot of people, this is actually my favourite Disney live action retelling, and that is Cruella, starring Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. This is a fantastic movie. I've seen this at least 3-4 times now since its original release. Love the Steelbook, love the artwork, and I just love this movie. And I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also kind of very excited for the sequel, Cruella 2, whenever that gets released. Emma Stone can't do no wrong, guys, let's face it. Next up is Captain America Civil War, which I still need to get the first Avengers, the only one I haven't got in this kind of like trilogy artwork sort of thing. I like this Steelbook. I love the front covers of these two, and next one I'm about to of course the next one I'm about to show you, the back is terrible in my personal opinion. It's so bland. It's almost as if they thought, oh right, okay, let's put a cool artwork on the front, which they did, and then at the back they thought, oh yeah, it's plain, we forgot to add something here, and then they thought, oh, we'll just add the shield. You know, just very lazy in terms of that. And kind of the same goes for the Winter Soldier. Love the front, but again, the back, it's just very weak. It's nothing there, so that's why I've kept like the J card on the back. At least it's more nicer to look at. But yeah, that is the Winter Soldier and Civil War. Then we've got the 4K Japanese version of HMV exclusive of Back to the Future, which is still sealed. And this one is probably going to remain sealed, as you guys will see very, very shortly. I've got the trilogy, so I kind of don't feel like I need to open this unless I want to kind of display the Japanese artwork poster, but I don't really feel like I have a need to do that. I've already got quite a bit of like Back to the Future artwork as it is. But yes, got this for, it was like $9.99 with any purchase. It's still sealed as well, so really cool to have that in the collection. And then last for the 4Ks in this section anyway is Avengers Assemble, which is a Mondo Steelbook. It was brand new and sealed. I did take the seal off. Really like this Steelbook. Great artwork as well, even on the back. It's really detailed and a great movie. Next up is the final section in the Steelbook, which is crazy the amount that I've got so far, especially as being kind of like a fairly newer collector. It's just insane. But anyway, these are Blu-rays. I recently showed these in a video called my entire Makoto Shinkai collection. First up is Your Name, which is my favorite anime movie of all time, and I think it's going to take some absolute beating to beat this one. But yes, I've got this on Blu-ray Steelbook. Behind me I've got like the 4K collector's edition, but didn't come with a Steelbook, so yes, that is Your Name. Next up is probably one of the best kind of box sets that I own in my collection, and that is for Weather and Review 4K collection. But this Steelbook itself is absolutely so simplistic but so stunning at the same time. And yeah, this is one of my favorite anime movies as well of all time. Your Name first, but then probably this one, I'm going to be honest with you. And then also in the Makoto Shinkai collection, I've got Children Who Chase Lost Voices. That's it there again, some beautiful artwork. Haven't seen this movie as of yet, but really want to. And I've only got about maybe one or two more Makoto Shinkai movies to check out. And then I've seen all of his filmography. And also one I watched recently is 5 centimeters per second. Yeah, this movie's actually pretty good. I think it takes maybe a couple of rewatches to fully appreciate and understand it completely. But on first watch, yeah, I could say I enjoyed it. I didn't mind the movie and really liked the Steelbook as well. And wrapping up the kind of anime Steelbooks that I've got is Dr. Stone Season 1, which was a Zavvi exclusive if I'm not mistaken. Really love the artwork in this and just the vibrancy of this. And I remember from the first season watching this, I actually pretty enjoyed this as well. So that is Dr. Stone Season 1. Got 7 more titles to show you guys, and that will be the wrap up of the video. So first up is in this box set here. I'm just going to open it now. These were, one of them was on sale from Zavvi, which I recently did an unboxing for on the channel. The other I actually did an unboxing for when I first bought it. So first up is The Batman, of course, the Matt Reeves The Batman movie, which with this Steelbook I absolutely love. Very simplistic design, but just very effective at the same time. And definitely my favourite movie from that year. I believe it was 2022. So yes, that is The Batman. And then to go with that is a movie I picked up recently, and probably one of the best Steelbooks I think ever produced, especially in terms of like colour and vibrancy, is Kick-Ass. I got the collector's edition, and that Steelbook alone, guys, is truly just phenomenal. Love that Steelbook so much. Next up is my favourite movie of all time. You guys probably already know that by now if you are returning, but if you're brand new, my favourite ever movie is Back to the Future. I did get the Back to the Future limited edition or exclusive Steelbook limited edition collector's set on the trilogy on Steelbooks, which is really nice. You guys can see there, like the DeLorean design at the top. That's what the Steelbooks look like when they're out of the case, but I've yet to watch it on 4K, so I don't want to open this set until I do. But yes, I still have this limited edition set. Next up is a video that I did recently on the channel as I'm recording this video, and that is for the Nobody exclusive collector's edition So yes, really love this movie. Christopher Lloyd and Bob Odenkirk are fantastic in this, and it's just a great time. So that is Nobody. And then finally, last but not least, again I did unboxing for these on the channel at one point. And first up is The Dark Knight Rises. So this is the steelbook for that movie, which I really like. The steelbook, I really like that the front of it is quite detailed, very much, pretty much like the box art, really, to be honest. But yeah, and then the back of it is just very simplistic. Maybe would have liked it a little bit more, but that is that. And then of course got a detail inside. I'm not going to take these discs out. But first up is The Dark Knight Rises, and I believe these were like HMV collector's editions. So of course, favorite superhero movie of all time is the Dark Knight trilogy. Personally, probably Batman Begins for me, then Dark Knight, then Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, then next up is The Dark Knight. Of course, love these steelbooks, and just the colouring on them is just phenomenal. And I really like the back of that one. That one's more effective instead of the Dark Knight Rises one. But yeah, just love that steelbook so much. I just love the collector's editions in general, to be honest. I want to get all the Batman movies on them if I can. That is The Dark Knight. And then finally, my favourite movie in the Nolan trilogy, Batman Begins. And this is the movie, guys, that really changed my perspective on filmmaking and how I kind of look at movies. So I owe a lot to this movie, and Christopher Nolan for that fact. But that is the Batman Begins steelbook, beautiful. And I love the back of this one as well. So cool and so effective. And that is the collector's edition set. And with that, guys, that is the entire steelbook collection. We got there. Definitely going to be adding more to this as well. That's the crazy thing. But yeah, that's my collection as of now of just steelbooks purely. As you guys can see, I've got more physical media back here, but they're not steelbooks. They might be like kind of collector's editions or just regular standard kind of Blu-rays. But yeah, hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by pressing the red button down below, and let me know in the comment section which of those that I showed you were your favourite steelbooks that you liked there. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and until next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.